today's show, one winter adventurer shares his solo camp, a small spot in the woods that changed Luke Irvig's life. We help you get started ice climbing. And the sky's the limit with Bob King, an amateur astronomer with a most curious nickname.
Minnesota Bound, presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Hi everybody, Bill, Millie, and I welcome you to today's special episode.
We have some big news regarding the future of Minnesota Bound. But before we get to that, it's time to winter camp.
Sure is, and when we think about winter camping, most minds wander up north.
But one adventurer's version of snowing nirvana means a cornfield in southern Minnesota. Loneliness and alone. Two very different sensations on this winter day.
My name's Luke Irvig, and we are in southeast Minnesota, and we are in a woods that's very special to me. I try to go a different place each year, and this is kind of like my favorite place. Big valley, there's no wind, there's plenty of wildlife.
See, Luke Irvig visits alone this spot exactly one time every winter.
This is just a place that is special to me and where I like to go winter camping. It's different. It's quiet. I feel it. I got the stove going. In the wintertime, if you stoke this up right, you're talking like 4 or 5 hours of heat. Winter camping can be crazy and uncomfortable, but if you do it like this, it's very comfortable.
Camp chores take time. In fact, out here, they never end.
This will be good enough. All right. You don't want softwood when you're winter camping, but if you're trying to specifically heat your tent, you're gonna wanna have a good BTU, which is oak. There we go. All right, yeah, this would be great. It's always quiet, you know, and that's half the reason why I come down here, just because it's so quiet.
The other reason comes in a moment while out for an afternoon walk.
10 years ago, I found myself in a place where I needed to be a little bit more mature and more dedicated to life. I had an alcohol addiction. I need to recreate myself in the outdoors. That's how I was structured back before I was drinking. I need to do that now. And of course, it's like in the middle of winter, and I'm like, man, I wish I could go camping. And then I'm like, oh, why not? Let's do it.
Luke ended up here, in this camp, in this silence. A place that changed him.
February 19th, it was yesterday. Yesterday was my 10-year sobriety, you know, and to have that underneath my belt is crazy. You know, I'm successful in many ways, but in life specifically, I love every day. It's an adventure. This place has been a path to that. You never know what wildlife is down here, you know, so it could be turkeys, could be deer, could be coyotes, could be, you know, fox.
Maybe that's why Luke travels with a camera.
It's always by my side now. I feel safe when it's by my side.
He wants to make sure he documents forever life's magic moments, snapshots in time, the good of all this.
Because this has really been a place where I've been able to evolve myself.
A trip that culminates fireside.
Let's go together. This is my grandma's recipe. All right, now it's time to cut up some vegetables. All right. Everything is slower in nature in the wintertime. This is how we do it. Okay. You know, this is my reset, my annual reset. Life is good. The moment we've been waiting for. A whole year just to have this bowl of chili. It's pretty cool. It just does not get any better than this. It's like I found the recipe to gold.
Sure did. A recipe for life, well spent alone, but never lonely.
I come out here, I eat good, I sleep good. I'm not cold, I'm not hungry. I'm gonna sleep great tonight. It's 70 degrees in my tent right now. Everything is just perfect. It's perfect.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Star Bank, Onyx Hunt, and by Busch Light.
Now, Travis, you're just house sitting. You can use my Connecticut water for the plants, but that's all, and behave yourself.
Have a great trip and catch some fish for me. It's so crystal clear. Oh, come on, buy a bowl. Don't worry, girl, we'll get you all cleaned up.
Travis!
Ron! Home so soon?
Forgot my lucky lure. You simply can't leave my Connecticut alone, can you?
Connecticut, even house sitters can't resist worry-free water.
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You could tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
Ron Schara here. I've mentioned before that Star Bank is our bank at Ron Schara Productions. Now it's fair to ask, why Star Bank? Let's count the ways. First, Star Bank is owned by a Minnesota family with Minnesota employees. They know us, we know them. When you call Star Bank, an employee answers, not a recording. Located in 11 Minnesota communities, Star Bank provides all the services a bank should provide. So now you know why we chose Star Bank. We like a bank that cares.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter one wolf, chances are there's a pack nearby. Fortunately, the same applies to beer. Head for the mountains of Busch.
Rock climbing is such a popular sport, but did you know that you can keep your skills sharp in the wintertime by climbing an ice wall? Well, I'm here in Sandstone, Minnesota, and I know just the guy to help me get started ice climbing.
Hey, hi Laura.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, welcome to Hardwater Sports.
Thank you. So I'm here to learn how to do some ice climbing.
You guys picked a great date for it.
So what do we need to get started?
Well, we're gonna get you all outfitted. We have all the gear right here at our shop in Sandstone. We need some climbing boots to start with. These are designed for climbing and mountaineering. They've got a real stiff sole that'll hold the crampon. And here we've got the crampons, and this is what you step on the ice. So when you're climbing, you're walking with these and walking up the ice with these.
Those look like some sharp claws.
Yeah. And then also you're gonna need the ice axes. These are what you're swinging into the ice, and that's what's gonna get you up to the top of the route.
Now, what's the difference between this ice axe and that one?
Sure, different axes are made for different people. This one's got a little bit heavier head on it, and this one has a little bit bigger grip on it also. They both work great for the kind of ice climbing we're doing today.
Are there any other safety items that we need?
Yeah, we're gonna need helmets for our head, protect us from the falling ice. We'll also need a harness so we can tie into the ropes. And then I've got ropes ready to go for us down the park already.
Perfect. So we have all the equipment we need. We're ready to climb?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, let's go do it.
All right, I'm ready. I'm gonna take my boots.
Let's head.
Okay.
Go. Welcome to Robinson Park in Sandstone, Minnesota.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, Minnesota's first ice climbing park. So we got a climbing harness. We're gonna need to put this on to start with. This is what we tie the rope to. Next thing we have is the crampons. We'll size these. We'll get these fit to your boot.
So how did all this ice get here?
Yeah, it's all man-made ice. The city of Sandstone is working together with the Minnesota Climbers Association, and they maintain the park and they do all the wall flooding here.
And do you need a permit to climb this wall?
It's a city park. You don't need a permit, but you definitely need some experience in climbing to know how to set the ropes.
Absolutely. All right, well, you're gonna teach me how to do this, right?
Before we start climbing, I'm giving you just a couple quick tips. First off, we want to keep our body in a kind of a triangle shape, with our legs wide and even. Number two, we want to make sure we grab these ice axes real lightly. And number three is always look where you're putting your feet, okay?
Okay.
The rest of it is just having fun.
Looks pretty tall. Let's do it.
Super important, we're always double checking ourselves before we start, making sure we have a good knot, making sure all of our safety equipment's hooked up the right way. Everything looks good. Laura, you're ready to climb. Get that X up high. Good. Wide step, wide step. There you go. Nice. Good job. Keep going. Good.
Beautiful up here. This is where you don't look down. Woo!
Nice.
It's a winter wonderland out here. Ice climbing. Take a stab at it. You might be surprised at how far and high you can climb.
Still ahead, the tale of one of Minnesota's great winter traditions. But first, we meet Astro Bob.
Moonshots?
Closed captioning provided by Radco Truck Accessories.
If you often gaze up at the night sky, Ron Shera has a character you need to meet. We're off to share a telescope with Minnesota's Astro Bob.
Hey, look up. What's really up there in the night sky? Milky Way? Northern Lights? Blinking whatchamacallits? The fella to ask is Bob P. King, otherwise known as Astro Bob.
All right. We're lucky to have clear skies tonight. That's good. That's Copernicus. They gave him a big spot on the moon. He's worked hard to come up with the sun in the center of the solar system.
Astro Bob is a retired photographer for the Duluth News Tribune. However, his lifelong passion is astronomy.
When I was about 10 or 11, I started looking up the clouds and kind of wondering about the stars and constellations. Come take a look.
Astro Bob shares his passion for the night sky on his blog, aptly titled Astronomy for Everyone.
I learned to put my thoughts into writing better, and eventually from the Astro Bob blog I was able to get connections with other astronomy publications.
What he finds most rewarding is sharing his passion in the classroom.
People just want to know a little bit more about the sky, how to find the constellations, what planet, what is that? And it's wonderful to be able to share that knowledge.
Well, welcome to week number 3 of Astronomy for Everyone. Glad to see everybody tonight.
And we do have still clear skies. And this is what really makes for solar eclipses. When they align with each other, they make a doggone good fit, don't they?
Interest in the night sky tends to cross all ages.
I love stargazing. It's beautiful. I even like when I'm giving a show, like when I'm giving a star show or when I'm watching one of Bob's shows. It's like, I just love looking at the stars.
Come on, it's adventure. This is why astronomy is so much fun. It's like a giant magnet up there.
While astronomy may be difficult to explain at times, Bob makes it easier to understand, well, for everyone.
What would happen if Earth's axis were straight up and down and we went around the sun? Would there be seasons? No. It's the tilt that makes the seasons. You know, on the surface it may sound impossible, but I love it when they get it and they're like, oh, that's how things move. That's why it happens. That is super thrilling for me. Thank you very much for everything. We'll be outside here in just a moment, okay? Tonight's a good night. We have the moon out tonight. And that terminator line, the sunrise line, you can tell the difference between that and where the sun is high on the left. And if you were to just pick like 3 targets to look at in a telescope, the moon, because it's so close, you can see an incredible amount of detail.
There you go.
Saturn, of course, for the rings. It doesn't even look real. It's so spectacular. And Jupiter and its 4 brightest moons. To me, the happiness comes from connections with nature. Anybody else? Moonshots? All right.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome, yeah.
But remember, keep your eyes on the stars, but your feet on the ground. Fly me to the moon, let me sit upon a star. Yeah, you betcha.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Visit Red Wing, Minnesota. Safe Basements of Minnesota. And by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Is your home's foundation on the move? Cracks in walls, sticky windows and doors, and uneven floors may have you feeling uncertain. But signs of foundation movement may not be as worrisome as you think. Safe Basements is the right choice for honest foundation evaluations. If we find a repair is needed, we'll treat your home like it's our own, because keeping your family safe is just as important to us as it is to you. Call Safe Basements today to repair your foundation for good.
Up next, we heat things up with Minnesota's traditional ties to saunas.
The beauty of a Minnesota winter, 30 below, no clouds. You can see all the stars. You can take a sauna. You can stand outside in your wool socks with no clothes and feel warm. And people all the time are like, Minnesota's winters are so bold, they're so cold. Well, sauna is a tool. You know, it was a tool even back in Finland.
The word sauna is of Finnish origin. In fact, it's the only Finnish word used in everyday English. But the act of taking a sauna and the reasons for doing so evolved over time. Sauna is thought to originate somewhere in Northern Europe, but became particularly essential in Finnish culture. It was so necessary that early Finnish immigrants brought it with them to the United States. The oldest sauna in the Great Lakes region can be found right here in Cokato, Minnesota.
Because of the Homestead Act, there was 3 families that came from Finland. They built their houses on the corners so they could be together. And that included building a sauna. We were very clean people, very cleanly people, because it was used not only for bathing for the sauna, but it was used for a laundry room. It was used as a medical area. It was the cleanliest place on the farm because it was heated to such high temperatures that no bacteria or viruses could survive at that temperature.
To this day, Minnesotans and countless other Americans keep that tradition alive.
Every time we've bought a house, we've always made sure there's a spot to put a sauna.
Darren and Suzanne Young can't imagine a home without one.
We had a little village here at one time. There were a lot of saunas, but now we're down to, one outside and one inside.
Darren builds them any way he can, like this one.
Co-worker, it was his junior high playhouse. And then I bought it from them to convert it into a sauna. I think the most we've ever had is 4, but I think you could maybe squeeze 5 or 6. I made the stove. It was a tent stove for a big old wall tent.
He enjoys them a lot.
It relaxes me a lot because I'm usually a person that doesn't relax a whole lot, and I usually spend an hour in there and I come inside and you're a bit of a different person, I think.
It's more about peace of mind, and it's really cool to see now in this year and in this era that sauna is being kind of proclaimed as a real deal and something health-wise we should do.
Winter is the gloomy time of the year, and the sauna is the one bright spot.
Oh, it's awesome. Take a few deep breaths and kind of shut everything off for a while.
A cleanse of both mind and spirit.
You will never find peace and tranquility in Minnesota's winter like you can with the sauna.
Very cool.
Yep, good stuff. Hey, we do have some important news regarding Minnesota Bound. This will be our last episode on KARE 11.
After 3 wonderful decades here, programming challenges have forced us to find a new home.
The good news, we have a fresh start. We are moving to a new partnership with Hubbard Broadcasting.
We certainly thank all of the viewers for joining us here, and we hope you join us across town at Channel 5 and 45.
Where new episodes start next week. A big thank you to the viewers, and we hope you'll join us there.
So until next week, remember to introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433.